Hey there, I'm Noah.
Hey, I'm Tim.
And this is our ongoing comic strip style AP of Dogs in the Vineyard. This week I am back to GMing, and Tim is back to playing.
I'm in the player's seat. I am playing Sister Clementine yet again, so listeners will remember 2 episodes of her earlier on. But we're in a new town now, so this is another start for Sister Clementine.
This is kind of the structure we're going to do is, we're going to play a town, and then we're going to switch, and we're going to play another town, and we're going to keep kind of switching back and forth like this. We're going to do each set of towns in seasons of the year. So those first 2 towns were winter, and we're going to set this new town in spring and kind of make a season arc through a year, hopefully. We don't have anything planned out, but that's the idea.
Yeah, sounds good. New town, new season, Sister Clementine. Shall we see what happens?
Let's jump right in.
All right. The early spring sun is melting winter's hold on the land, and I can see the coming of spring in this bustling little town of Elwood. It's been a long winter, and relief of its passing rides the chill morning breeze as I walk through the town. Men tip their hats to me as they hurry toward this crowd milling around the pulpit in the street in the city of Elwood.
So you're riding up, and you see a crowd of maybe, it's not super big, like 20 people or so. And the preacher looks skinny, red hair, red beard, kind of slicked back. He's wearing a preacher suit, all black and white. And he is preaching. Now, what they did to Brother Pratt and the general store, robbing us for a second time, is unacceptable, and we need to make this posse and stop this Crescent Moon gang. Now, who's with me?
I stop my horse. I can't ride through this crowd.
Right.
And I make a show of throwing the cloak over my shoulder as I get off the horse. But everyone has their eyes on this red-headed preacher.
We all know it's been a hard winter. Brother Pratt here, well, you see him, he'll never walk right again. And gosh darn it, if the book doesn't say, we should take care of our own. Now, I'm looking for 3 good men.
I pull out my revolver and I shoot into the air.
Yeah, so you shoot in the air, and the crowd instantly parts.
Yeah. 3 good men led by 1 fine dog. And I start striding toward the pulpit.
The preacher says, "By the grace of God, if this ain't a miracle, I don't know what is. We look for a posse and yet a dog shows up. Blessed be."
I walk up to the pulpit. I think my horse, Julius, is prancing nervously in this crowd of people. I'm not sure what these people are going to do. They seem pretty riled up by this preacher's words, but I take the pulpit right next to him, and I look him up and down. He looks trustworthy enough. And what justice do you see to be done to the Crescent Moon gang, good brother?
I'm Brother Burdell, and I don't believe myself or the crowd got your name, although you are obviously a dog.
On the pulpit is the Book of Life, and I place my revolver down on top of it and turn to face the crowd. I am Sister Clementine, and I am a dog.
Blessed be! Praise the Lord! Sister Clementine, we are so glad to have you here to help us with this problem. Here's the rub of it, Sister Clementine. This is the second time that this Crescent Moon gang has robbed the general store and Brother Pratt here this winter. Only this time, Brother Pratt was ready for him, weren't you, brother? He's like, "Yes, sir." Well, and he takes you aside. They stole his daughter, Sister Ambry.
Ambry? Stolen?
Yeah, I'm afraid she was taken with them in the gunfire.
If I had any doubts before, they are cleared now. I will protect that girl, and I will take down those men.
And he claps and he's like, "Let us sing a song for Sister Clementine and the posse who's going with her to Broken Oak Gulch to take care of the Crescent Moon gang."
If I can call out louder than the song, I would, and say, "This horse will be watered, this horse will be fed, and when I'm done in the stables, bring me 3 good men."
Broken Oak Gulch is a dead-end, dried-up riverbed. As you ride up towards it, you see that there's a blackened oak tree, and it's got small skeletons hanging from it. Some of them are like animals, and some are maybe carved out of wood. You're not really sure, but they're all painted white. Mm-hmm. So it looks like little human skeletons hanging from this tree. It looks like it's been hit by lightning or something. Mm-hmm. It's scorched, and it's definitely dead. You see that tree, and you're pretty sure you're in the right spot. About half mile down the riverbed, there's just a small shack tucked into the side of the canyon wall. This canyon dead ends. Yeah, looks like there's only this one way in and out.
I hear the bones, real and otherwise, clattering on that tree as the wind passes by. It sounds like some haunted xylophone. And it sends a shiver down my spine, and I turn around to look at those men, the posse with me, and they tip their hats to me again, and they're laughing, making jokes with each other about how they will take down these men. There's levity in the situation. And I see strong men, I see brave men, but I don't see smart men. I flash them a stern look.
As you flash them this stern look, they kind of like one elbows another and to stop laughing. But yeah, I think they've been pent up all winter. They maybe don't take this as serious as you know that it could be.
Seeing as there's about a half mile to go, and knowing that the bandits could see us in the distance if they looked, I'd ask my posse to stay here. Be visible.
Sure.
Be far away. But don't be trying to shoot from this distance. I want them to know that we have muscle, but that I'm not using it right now. There's a precious girl in there that I need to protect. And so I instruct them to stay behind so that I can ride up with just my gun, my cloak, and the good book to protect me.
Okay. They nod at you, and yeah, they're gonna stay behind. So you get the scene of, you riding forward with this scorched oak tree with skeletons and three horsemen sitting.
I run my hand over the handle of that revolver, and then I put it away, not wanting to look too threatening, and I tug at my hair. It's in like a tight knot of a braid, and I'm kind of pulling at that instead, one hand on the reins, and I'm just not sure what to do with myself as I get closer. I don't like just walking up expecting to talk my way out of something. Yeah. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah. Right as you start moving towards them, you hear this whooping, like whoop, 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 and you get about halfway there. So you're in long talking distance,
Can I see the whites of their eyes, or too far for that?
No, so it's a shack.
Oh, okay, they're still inside. Okay.
They're inside. There's windows. There's two windows facing the front and a door. Mm-hmm. And you see maybe a little movement in there. You hear a voice. I could shoot you from here.
I call out, I have the king of life on my side. And I'd get off my horse at this point, but I'd have one hand on the reins, the other hand free at my side, and slow walk.
We got a beat on you. What the hell do you want here? And you hear some more. Whoop, whoop. And it sounds like it's coming from in the shack.
I give a short laugh. Are you so scared of a woman that you must face her from behind a closed door? Come on out and talk. We'll settle this, the two of us.
I think we gotta set stakes here.
Yeah.
For you to get them out of the shed.
Okay. So what's at stake is, can we hold a conversation out in the open?
Sure.
Come out and face this woman unless you're a coward.
Got a lot of nerve coming here calling me a coward. Why don't you raise your hands, drop that gun? You can come inside and talk.
Because I am a dog, and the King of Life's judgment comes from the open heavens above us and not in your den of sin. So I raise my hands up, letting go of the reins, hoping that Julius doesn't get caught up in something that goes down here. And I say, I'm not here to shoot, I'm here to talk. My words can have no damage on you if it's just the two of us out in the open.
They shoot some guns at your feet, and then he says, now look here, pretty lady. I could kill you, and I haven't, so I'm willing to talk too, but it's on my terms. Now, why don't you step a little closer?
I'm steaming that they brought out guns and we were in the middle of talking and shot at my feet. So at that point, my hands were up and we see them ball into fists. And I stride toward the door, pumping my arms, knowing that they are standing in the way of a good woman's fury right now. I look back and I can still see those 3 figures standing near that blasted tree. And
once they heard gunfire, you look back for a second and they're alert and they all have rifles on their shoulders.
Yeah.
They're waiting on you.
I realize that we're already cornered. I hold up 2 fingers behind me and I reach for the door.
You open the door, you get inside. It's a tiny shack.
It smells bad.
It smells bad. There's only one bed. There's the 2 windows on the front, and there's 1 window on one side. And the other 2, the other 2 walls are backed up to the rock canyon. So the only light is through these 3 windows. You see a man who is probably talking to you, and he has his rifle set on you, even as you walk in the door. He's pretty average size. He's got greasy blonde hair, and he's got a scar across his neck. Like his throat had been cut at one point. It looks like somebody tried to murder him. And you see a slightly overweight man with a mustache sitting on the bed with a woman who you imagine is Sister Ambry. She's young, probably like 17. She's got fiery red hair, and she's actually glaring at you. And then you see 2 other men, early 20s, blonde curly hair, and they're twins. There's 2 of them. And as you come in there, you're like, yep, 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 yep. And they have this wild look in their eyes. They seem a little crazy. This guy with the rifle says, well, thanks for joining our party. Name's Caldine. Have a seat. And there's 1 chair.
Sister Clementine, watchdog of the King of Life. And I can't look away from that fiery-haired girl. And I know they have her under some kind of spell to be staring at me like that. My rifle's strung, against my back. They don't make a move for that or anything, so I go for the seat.
You see that they all have guns.
Yeah.
And he's got a gun drawn on you. He's pretty confident he could shoot you dead before you pull that rifle.
Okay. You there, little lady. Sister Ambry, is it?
That's right.
Now, I'm real sorry that you had to get caught up in this mess, and I realize this doesn't quite look like I'm saving you here, but it'll be okay, all right?
Heck, I don't need no saving. I came on my own.
Oh, it's the worst.
Caldine's my man. And she looks at the man with the scar across his neck.
I shot a couple men dead before. I've shot 3 and made one of them not able to walk again, but 4. I'm realizing that there's no way out of here without some bloodshed or some serious heavenly judgment coming down. Oh, what's the horse's name? The horse's name is Julius. I think it will come up because there's going to be a lot more horse action. It's Julius because Clementine is an orange, and Orange Julius is incredible.
Hi, this is Jason from the Gauntlet Gaming Community. If you enjoyed this episode of Comic Strip AP, please consider supporting the Gauntlet on Patreon. Our page can be found at patreon.com/gauntlet.